Good evening,
Good
everybody,
evening,
and
everybody.
happy Monday.
Happy Monday.
Happy Veterans
Happy
Day.
Veterans Day to all the veterans out there. So if you
Absolutely.
have served in the armed forces of any branch, you or your family members, we just want to take this time to say Happy Veterans Day and thank you for the sacrifice that you paid and everything that went into you joining the service, either
Yeah.
whether you're active now or you've been active 30 years ago, doesn't matter. Happy Veterans Day to all the
And
veterans.
thank you, thank you, thank
And
you.
thank you
Thank
so
you for your
much.
service.
We appreciate it. So welcome to the live broadcast. Don't wait to be great. I'm your host, Mr. Derek Forster, and I'm blessed to be beside this beautiful young lady right here who just celebrated a birthday on November 8th,
I
Miss Shay.
did.
So tell people who you are, Shay, and what you do.
Hello, everybody. I'm Shanya Shea Forston, the president and founder of the Angela Denise Foundation, which is a local 501c3 nonprofit organization that utilizes the amazing ILF model that has been trademarked and coined right here with Forston Consultants. And I use that as a program in my nonprofit, and that's helping women that have been through all sorts of different situations, right, Derek? A whole hue of backgrounds, whether it's human sex trafficking, whether it's just a chronic homelessness, whether it is, just a myriad of things. But that's who we are. That's the populations that we serve. We serve women utilizing your amazing model that I knew nothing about. Nothing when I first started.
Which is the independent living facility model. So with that being said, I'm the owner and operator of Second Chance Housing. So Shay and I both just happen to be wearing
Right. He wanted to dress like
shirts
me
today.
today.
And I'll admit, y'all, I had a completely different shirt, but like 3 minutes before we went live, I went and grabbed mine. So she can't say that I copied off of her, but
He wants to
nevertheless,
dress like me,
I'm the
guys.
thought leader and founder of Second Chance Housing. And that's where we house military veterans, elderly adults, and guys that have jobs. So literally just moved in, and a guy less than 5 days ago and interviewed a guy today
right.
that'll be moving in tomorrow. The difference between the two, one of those guys has a full-time job as a hairdresser. Now the other gentleman kind of fits under what most of you guys know us for, like the elderly adult.
Did you just
right?
say a hairdresser?
Yeah, is that not the right term?
Okay.
I don't know.
I didn't. You said a guy that's a hairdresser?
Oh yeah, that's
Okay.
exactly what it is.
That's why
I thought I said the wrong thing, but no, he said
that's
that.
why I asked.
Or let's
That's
clean
why I
it
was
up
like,
a little
wait.
bit. Maybe he's a hairstylist. I don't know if that's the
Okay,
right
that's
way
why
to
I was
say
like,
it. I don't
okay.
have hair. If you guys didn't notice, so I don't know the proper terms. But anyway,
No, you're right. I just
what I'm saying
make
is
sure
that
I
he's
heard what I
got a
heard.
job. He doesn't get an SSI check,
Got it.
SSDI
Okay,
check.
got it.
He's not physically disabled or mentally. He's just hit a
Okay.
stumbling block in life. He's a hairdresser, hairstylist, and
Okay.
he's mobile. He
Wow,
drives the
really?
people and does their hair, but needs a place to live. So we house anybody from the age of 18 to 118. So I jokingly tell people that the moment you turn 119 in my place, we got to send you somewhere else. But if you're 18 to 118 years old, you can stay at Second Chance Housing, which is a shared living environment for adults
Correct.
that are able to live and thrive without the need for staff and or medical oversight. So if you guys have ever heard of a group home, an ALF, an IDD, APD, all of these group homes with all these acronyms, and you ever had a desire to get started, guys, this is the cheat code to starting your own housing program.
And we know how to.
Because there's no license required. There's no ownership and property required, no state oversight, and no hiring staff. And who's the best at teaching it?
Us.
We are. So right here at Forston Consultants, this is exactly what we do Monday and Tuesday at 6 p.m. Eastern. We're right here to answer all your questions. And also Saturday at 10 a.m. Eastern. But also today, we got a special guest.
We do.
So we're excited about that. Miss
join.
Tia Johnson is going to be joining us today. And I'm letting you guys... Oh, I'm not supposed to say who the guest is?
Not yet, no.
Man, I'm bad at this then. I thought we couldn't say who it was.
The surprise.
But anyway,
factor.
for all of the new people that may not even know who she is, hopefully you guys have been nosy and been looking at our YouTube channel and things of that nature, because we launched Tia about what, 2 weeks ago now.
2 weeks ago.
So not the newest one that you guys probably saw today. They'll be on probably next week. But we launched her about 2 weeks ago, and we're going to let you guys grill her, ask her questions. We're going to interview her, just like we did Tiffany from Oklahoma when we launched her a while ago, but we interviewed Tiffany about 2 months ago. So that's on our YouTube channel, so definitely go check that out. But anyway, if you've ever desired to house the homeless or the displaced, or you want to start your own group home but didn't know where to start, these are different from group homes because, again, no license required, no state oversight, no staff.
Correct.
So these are called independent living facilities. You can be nonprofit like Shay. You can be for-profit like me. So if you guys got any questions or any concerns while we're here, let us know. Miss Shay?
Put them in the chat. We are all about answering your questions. If you are new to the spot, let us know. We are on the cozy coaching couch tonight. We are going to do this session not every Monday, but we're going to break it up a little bit. When I'm available, we'll be here. And if, Derek's doing the office view, you'll get both, both sets. You'll get both sets. So we got some sets,
Also put in the chat where you guys are from. So go ahead and just kind of shout yourself out. Shay, just put in the chat where we are in case for anybody that's new to us and have no clue where we are.
We're
in the Orlando, Florida area, right? So we're by Mickey Mouse and Disney World and all of that good stuff. So put in the chat where you're located, and also go ahead and act in faith and put in the chat where will your first location be when you start your own housing program. So again,
absolutely,
go ahead and put in the chat where you guys are located. And just in case if you guys were wondering what was the first step, because that is one of the questions that came in tonight anyway, and Tia's probably going to talk about it, but what is the first step to getting started? And Shay, you can put it on the screen, but if they text the phrase more info, just those two words, more info, MOREINFO, more info to 407-326-0086. My team is going to send you something immediately, right? And they'll ask for your email address, your phone number, and they'll send you the webinar for absolutely free. That's our introductory webinar. And right after that, you're going to get a link to schedule a call.
Yep.
So the discovery call is kind of the biggest part of that whole webinar. Not only do we give you something to watch and give you an overview of what this is, but even more importantly, we want to get on the phone with you, S&P. We want to talk about how can we get you started in Fort Lauderdale, because we got a lot of people that we've launched in Lehigh Gardens and Miami and Homestead and all Fort Lauderdale, all those places down south. We already got people down there. So we are super, super excited about that. So, and also I'll go ahead and just put this out now too. I say this kind of often, but I'll say it again for anybody that's new to us. When you already have the property, and that was what it looks like with S&P here, you're probably 50% further than most people will ever teach this to, right?
Yeah.
So, 95% of people that come to us, guys, we have to teach them how to get the property. We have to teach them how to source the property, whether that's buying it, leasing it, or renting it. So when you come with us already with the property, you're really far ahead of most people that will ever teach this to in terms of getting a head start. Because the biggest part, or one of the biggest hurdles in this ministry, guys, is getting the real estate to do it in. So it's not the clients, right? A lot of people think, well, Derek, how I find the social workers, how I get the clients, Derek. That's not the hard part, actually. They're everywhere.
Yeah.
But getting the real estate to do it in, that's how you do it. And then also, I got a whole slide where I talk about you can have an 8-bedroom, 5-bath, or you can have a 1-bed, 1-bath. So S&P, the fact that you say you have a 2-bedroom, 1-bath, you can absolutely start with that.
I want to tell S&P something.
Our whole model is start somewhere.
Yeah.
Shay, go ahead.
So when I first left out of corporate America, S&P, that was my second home. The first home I obviously was gifted by Derek because he no longer wanted to oversee women. The second home was a 2-2.
It was pink.
It was a pink house. It was. It was a 2-bedroom, 2-bath. And honestly, can I tell you, it was probably my favorite. Outside of the ones I have now, outside of the new one that we've purchased. But it was my favorite model. It was located in an area where it really helped a program for a hospital. So that hospital literally, they had strict oversight on all of my residents. So it was super easy for me. I did spend time there, but ultimately, even the refilling the beds was pretty simple because this particular hospital had a program. They just did not have housing. So I was truly, strictly just housing for this organization. They provided services, case management, social working services, and I just provided the bed, the house, and the little tingy wingy piece of oversight. It was really little if you think about what I had to do with that program. It was just maintain the rules of my housing program, right? but most of the real oversight came from the social workers and the case managers that were on the property, on the premises all day, almost every day.
Yeah.
So, so just so you know, SMP, be encouraged. You are right there where you
Yeah.
need to be.
The
It is
smallest
possible.
ILF to date, Shay, is where
Yeah.
it and how big is it?
Is it in Winter Haven?
Nope, Lake
Lake
Wales.
Wales. I was in
And
the
what
right
is it?
direction. A one,
A
one
1-1.
bedroom, one bath. Yeah.
So just to give you another example, like the smallest ILF to date is in Lake Wales, Florida. It's a 1 bed, 1 bath. A gentleman that we talked this to probably over 3 years ago now. Big shout out
Yeah.
to him and his family. They have multiple now. But the first one was he said, Derek, man, my mom, left me this building many years ago. And
Correct.
Derek, it's a 1-1. Like, Derek, it's a box. He said, can I do it in that? I said, absolutely, you
And they're
can.
still
You
active.
can make that one room a
Yeah.
private room, or you can take 2 people from homeless to hopeful. So S&P, I'm not sure how long you've been around us, but the usual model is the 2 people per room. And Shay, if you
Correct.
want to just throw up a picture real quick before Tia get in, the usual model may be a 3 bed, 2 bath, 4 bed, 2 bath. But again, never mind how many bedrooms, but that one room is usually the 2 beds. He had the choice either to do the one private room or do 2. He decided to house 2 military veterans. And what
Correct.
you see right there, those 2 military veterans would be homeless on the street without him.
Let's see if you've got some more
And
pictures
he's
too.
also known as a one-stop shop. So we're responsible for the lights, the water, the cable, the Wi-Fi, the internet, the security code, the cameras, all of
Yeah.
these things. So you're going to be known as a one-stop shop. So I'll tell you right now, you got the ability to house either 2 people in private, or you can have 4 people total.
Correct.
Right? So I want to make sure that that makes sense to you. If you got a 2 bed, 1 bath, and I'll give you some free coaching right now, you can't do that with women. I would suggest you get 4 people to the 1 bathroom with women. Women usually need more than that 1 bathroom. Can you still do it? Absolutely.
You can. You
Under
just gotta
our
be,
coaching,
yeah.
I would tell her, but I wouldn't fight you on it because they're going to be living in a shelter with 80 people sharing 3 bathrooms. So
Yeah.
that's why I tell people, but with the guys, all day long, I can do 4 guys, 1 bathroom, and that works all day long. So you
Twice
got
as
the
much.
ability to help 4 people go from homeless to hopeful.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah. So SMP, honestly, I just think you've got a great starting point. Now your next thing is to blast this information
Yeah.
at what you're going to be doing to
She
any
says,
and everyone
well,
that'll
I don't say
listen.
she, but they say, because I
I
know
think
who it
this
is.
is the I think
They
this is the
said
young
that
lady that was
they said that
contacting.
they just found us and they already have the company and they have a duplex and they're ready to go. So I'm gonna give you some other coaching that just in case if this doesn't fit you, don't take it. But if it does fit you, consider it.
Yeah.
We coach to where we don't want you sharing a wall with anybody really. So watch this. With this duplex that you just named, under our coaching, now if you own side A or you're renting side A, but you don't have anything to do with side B and somebody lives there, I wouldn't
Right.
necessarily want to start that in there because you actually don't know what you're going to get in a tenant until you got them. But if you own both sides of that duplex,
Correct.
let's go. You're just like Miss Cassandra, who we're teaching right now from Canton, Ohio. She's got a duplex, and that's exactly what she's doing. In fact, hers is a 3-2 on each side, right?
Yep.
So I'm excited that you found us. Not sure how you did that. Type it in the chat because we did bump into somebody, I think,
A
on
few
our
people
on our
TikTok
right. So
and
let us
Instagram.
know
So I don't
what
know if it was
route
one of
or
those
what. Yeah, how did you find it? Was it YouTube, TikTok, Facebook? And anyway, I'll tell you right now, the first step is to watch that introductory webinar, which leads to that phone call with us. Now, a lot of people soak up the YouTube stuff and all of that, but that introductory webinar kind of goes more in a chronological order. It's more clipped up than us just kind of talking like family. Because like tonight, we just talk like family. But that webinar is more in a chronological order.
More
It
together,
gives direction and
organized.
is more together, right? But also more importantly, it leads to a phone call with us that's free so that we can talk about, are we a good fit for you to coach you? Are you somebody that can just come on here and listen and move at the speed of instruction?
Right.
Or do you need the hand holding, right? So everybody's a little bit different. And just because the month of November is Shay's birthday and my birthday,
Your mama's birthday,
my
your
mama
auntie's
birthday,
birthday,
we
your nephew's
always
birthday.
do something super crazy in terms of our coaching and our packages. So every package that we have right now is actually half off. So
Right.
the ILF Master Blueprint, the accelerator, and the DIY.
Yep.
But we also have a special scholarship that also can go towards that to super help with the price. So if you're interested in our coaching at any level, I would text the word scholarship. That'll get you a phone call again with us to see how much of a more of a discount can you get in the crazy month of November. So we combine our Black Friday, my birthday, and everything, y'all, in the month of November. And luckily for y'all, it's Shay's birthday on the 8th, my birthday on the 16th, and my mom's birthday is on the 18th. So because of that, and a bunch of more family, but because of that, we give you guys a big break and throw all of that in with Black Friday. So she said, they said TikTok.
So I
We
figured
own the
that's what it was,
duplex.
yes.
Perfect. The other unit has 3 bedrooms. Their lease is almost up. Perfect.
Wow.
So you couldn't have found us at a better time because you're a great example of people that we talk about that you have the property, but you want to do something more meaningful. You actually want to make a bigger impact and a bigger income, right? Some people are afraid to say that, but we truly believe that God is all over this. So we tell people, if you love God, love people, and love real estate, this is the best way to mesh it all together. And again, a lot of people, including Shay and I, we own property that we rent to a mom, dad, and 3 kids. Got a lot of that too. But there is nothing like this shared living environment when you can take that one asset, rent to multiple people, help more people, impact more people, which in turns it's more financial impact for you.
Right.
I think that's an all-around win-win. So SP, I'm glad you found us. As you see, we're completely open. You ask as many questions as you like. But again, I encourage everybody, especially if you're new. And also we still got that free gift. So if you never gotten our free gift, text the word new to the phone number 407-326-0086. It's our newest ebook. And it's how to avoid the 12 dumbest mistakes I ever made.
And y'all are lucky that you still get it, because I was supposed to take it down today and I did not.
And actually, November 1st, that book was supposed to go on sale. I released that book over probably about 50, 60 days ago now. But I wanted to help so many people to avoid a lot of things that hurt me, including my $40,000 lawsuit, dummy me, and all of these things. So trust me, guys, the real title is How to Avoid the ILF Fiasco. But guys, the subtitle is How to Avoid the 12 Dumbest Mistakes I Ever Made. So if you want that book for free, there's 2 ways I want you to do that. First of all, text the word new by itself. The one you see on the screen now leads you to the webinar. That's more info.
Correct.
So do those separately. So text more info to get the webinar, which leads to a call.
And follow all the steps.
And then the one that's scrolling at the bottom, text new so that you can get that ebook for free and don't pay for it. That's on me. All right? So other than that, please, guys, ask all your questions, all your concerns. We're here for about probably 45 more minutes or so. I'm not sure how deep we're into it. Miss Tia is going to be joining us here in just a second. If she's here, we'll cue her up. But not, back on you, Shay.
She's here. Honestly, she's here.
So
I'm going to go ahead and bring up our amazing special guest.
Actually, maybe, okay, go ahead. I was going to say, let's take a commercial break maybe.
No,
but if not,
I'm
let's
too
jump
excited for this conversation. I am way too excited for this conversation. Tia, I want you to go ahead and introduce yourself to our listening audience. And sorry, guys, if Derek and I are looking down at Tia, but we've got several screens going here, but I'm manipulating from a laptop. So just know that we're not ignoring Tia. We're just looking at Tia on another screen. So again, Tia, welcome. Go ahead and give us a mic check. Angela, I see you are in the chat. So Angela, you are going to be our microphone barometer. So make sure that everything sounds good and clear and that everyone is hearing Tia. So go ahead, Miss Tia, introduce yourself to everybody on YouTube.
Hello. Can you hear me?
We can.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
good evening, Miss Tia. How you doing?
I'm doing fine. How you doing?
Doing super good. Doing
belated
super
birthday,
good.
my
and
love.
Excited to see you.
Thank you. Thank you. I got a happy belated birthday. So talk to us a little about who you are. Why are you on this platform with us tonight, Tia? Why have we been blowing you up all on social media? Let's talk about your housing program.
Okay. I am reaching for success solutions here in Haines City, Florida. Loving it. Ever since we've been on the YouTube thing, girl, I've been getting all kind of responses.
Nice. I love it. I love it.
Good
I
stuff. Good
love it.
stuff. So I got 1,000 questions, but I'm gonna try to step back and I'm gonna let Shay guide it.
No, go for
But
it.
I also want to give full permission to everybody that's listening, right? You guys are looking at somebody that was just like you all one day. They either found me on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, or Facebook. That's usually how people find us. I'm gonna let Tia tell you how she found us. But guys, this is a great example of what we call moving at the speed of instruction. Tia is somebody that not only joined us on YouTube and Facebook all the time, she also came to our June conference, which is our yearly ILF conference. She came to that, but then she also took on the one-on-one coaching. So it's not by coincidence that you see her all over our social media doing a walkthrough and starting this program that God put on her heart. So Tia, again, you're from Haines City, Florida.
Yes.
You found us how? How did you find us?
Okay. I found you on YouTube. I was just on YouTube scrolling and you popped up talking about this ILF program I never heard about. Okay. Sound familiar like the rooming houses back in the day.
Okay.
So I kept following you for a while till I found out who you were. And when I found out who you were, I had to make that phone call. And when I made that phone call and found out it was Miss Margaret's son, I was like, no brainer. This can't be the little boy from Polk County. And it was just on and popping after that. Man, you started talking. I was asking you questions. And one thing just led to another.
So Tia, I love that because I want to ask you something that a lot of people kind of struggle with. Okay. You did, Tia, again, exactly what a lot of people do. You found us, you made the call, but what was the decision to take the coaching? Because a lot of people, that's where they stutter, as I'm doing right now verbally. Why do people stutter, and why were you so, you know what, I need to get the coaching so I can be guided in this.
Right, yeah.
Well, what made me jump on it with the coaching? Okay, like I told you, my grandmama, she was a business lady. So she taught me the business game back in the day when I was a young girl. I was a teenager. And then what really caught me is when you said, okay, you got to make this a business. You got to see it as a business. And I'm like, okay, I never saw it that way, as a business, you know. And then the coaching with all the material. Then when you was saying one day on YouTube about you got in some trouble about the sue. Somebody tried to sue you, and I'm like, oh my God, I got to find out everything I need to know because I don't want nobody suing me. And I didn't even hesitate. It was just a no-brainer for me.
In other words, you allowed my mistakes to cover you so that you wouldn't make them.
Exactly.
That's the best way to do it.
Yeah.
So Tia, again, I'm gonna pretend that nobody saw your stuff on Facebook or Instagram. How did you decide to furnish it? Because also you used the term that we usually don't use, which was a luxury ILF. What do you mean by that? And how did you decide to do that?
I want to get out of the box. I want to be extraordinary. I didn't want to be just the same ILF that I had been seeing with all your coaching and your teaching and all your students. So I said, I want to do it a little different. I want to put a little jazz to it. So I wanted to up my game, okay, and made it luxury. Because in my mind, I dealt with a lot of senior citizens. I did home care with senior citizens for years. And then I was doing a job in the villages. I know y'all done heard of the villages.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah.
All them senior citizens doing their own thing, having fun, living a life. So they came to mind when I was thinking about when I started furnishing this place. So I said, you know, I want to go up a notch, put a little luxury in it, and make it feel like they top notch people when they come in here. Because you got to remember, they coming from a place with nothing.
That's
Staying on the street. They're down. They depressed. So I want them to know that everybody deserves greatness. Everybody deserves beauty. Everybody deserves kindness. Everybody deserves to live in a place like luxury living here at Reaching for Success Solutions. And that's why I did it like that.
I love it. I
Listen,
love it.
me
Shay?
too. So, what would you say, if any, barriers so far of just even implementation? What would you say has been something that you found a little bit tougher than you would have expected in
That's a
this
good question.
process?
Tougher, what I have found is getting the right people to interview the right people for this place.
Yeah,
Because I done got some calls from some people that, I got to take my time with this thing, and I want to put the right people in here. I don't just want to put just anybody. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? So it's kind of tough for me when I interview now, since I been on here, and putting the right people in, because I want this place to stay towards more of my senior citizens
correct.
because of my neighbors. I take my neighbors in consideration. You know what
Okay,
I'm
I like
saying?
that.
I don't want to put somebody here that they're going to be uncomfortable, or they're going to be upset with me because of the hootlings or somebody I put in here. So I
Right.
have to take my neighbors in consideration, my community in this area, because it's quiet. I want to keep it
Yeah.
quiet.
Right.
So that's the hardest part I find here lately.
Okay. And what I love about what Tia just said, Derek, and this is so amazing, and this I want people to take heed of what she said. She's making a conscious decision of who she's going to house, and she's got a lot of key factors that she's
Yeah.
utilizing to help her make that decision.
Taking things into
Relationship
consideration.
in the neighborhood.
Yep.
That's one of the things that we always talk about. Because Tia, I don't know if Derek ever told you, but even when we first started, we had a full cul-de-sac of houses. And we
Yes.
we went from one house to 5 or 6 houses in this cul-de-sac. And that was right in the heartbeat of COVID. And the one way that Derek really made an impact in that neighborhood, even when we did have some sketchy residents, okay, Tia, we had some sketchy residents. We had some sketchy residents, y'all. The biggest thing that Derek did was he connected with the community. So, prime example, we were able to really facilitate relationship and nurture relationship even in that community. So, totally, I love the fact that you're utilizing those same steps to ensure that one, your community stays the way everybody in the community wants it to stay, right? Safe,
Mhm.
quiet,
Yes.
peaceful, and just community. So that is an amazing. I'm glad you said that, because people that are interested in doing this model, you've got people that don't really take the time to put that into perspective, and they just want the money,
Mm,
right? And I love the fact that you said you're taking your time.
yeah.
Yes.
Like, you're not rushing to
She said
get
to get the right
right to get
people.
the
I
right
love it.
people.
I love it.
So yeah, I just wanted to pinpoint that.
I love it.
Any other
So,
questions you got there?
oh no, I got a bunch of more
I
questions.
know
So
you do.
now, Tia, we got you on the hot seat, but you also let us know like what time you need to go, because on here on Fortune Consultants, we
We'll
can run
hang
our
out.
mouth for a long time.
We'll hang out,
And I'm
Tia.
gonna do some teaching tonight, right? In between this.
Yes.
But what is your cutoff point? Do you have a to-go time?
No, I'm open for you all.
You got it.
See,
Okay,
Tia
and
like to
we
hang out.
appreciate that.
Tia like to pod.
So Tia, I'm always gonna be known as Derek for the people. I'm always gonna
Oh,
ask the
Lord.
questions that everybody's thinking, but maybe they're afraid to say. So guys,
Okay.
also don't forget, as you're listening, if you have your own set of questions, please put them in the chat, because until now, I'm gonna take questions from myself, and I'm also
Yeah.
gonna take questions that were already emailed into us during the week about Tia. So Tia, here goes some personal stuff from me that I want people to understand, right?
Okay.
Tia, I want people to know your makeup, right? So Tia, do you have a job outside of this?
Right, that's good.
Oh yes, I am a full-time armed security officer.
Okay.
You heard her.
So
Armed.
armed,
Okay.
not one of these flashlight cops
No,
out
not
here,
no
y'all.
flashlight cops.
And
I'm
something else
armed.
that I'm gonna joke about a little later, y'all. Tia is a lady of many
You going
different
back down that rabbit
skills.
hole again today?
I'm not right now.
Okay.
But Tia is a lady, y'all, that surprises me every time we meet, because there's something new. And if she allow me, probably on our next live, I'm gonna post additional pictures that
Oh
we'll
my
talk
God.
about. But Teal, she surprises me, guys, every time. But anyway, Teal,
Okay.
this part of this segment, I want to call no excuses. Because your
Ooh, I love that.
makeup, Tia, is like what a lot of people who will be listening to this. Tia, you just said you got a full-time job. Now, Tia, is that Monday through Friday, 9 to 5? Talk to me about that.
Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. until.
So that
Yes,
means
'cause
sometimes it goes
Until.
beyond 5 p.m.
exactly. My schedule is 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. But I hardly ever get off on my appropriate time. I'm always there from 7 a.m. till 6:30, 7:30, 8:30, 9:30, whatever it
So,
costs.
Tia,
I'm
people
there.
that give me, and I won't call it excuses, but people that give me the barrier that they don't have time because of their job,
Yeah.
what would you say to that? Because you work 5 days a week, 10
Mhm,
hours a day, sounds like
mhm,
11 hours a
mhm.
day sometimes.
Right.
So talk to me about that, because you didn't make excuses. So
No,
were there any barriers? How did you find the time?
I didn't make excuses because I know what I wanted to do. So I was willing to sacrifice whatever I had needed to do to get where I want to be. And
Mm.
it didn't matter what it take or how long, because I'm patient. Long as I keep doing something every week. Like I called you a couple of times. I said, okay, Derek, this week I want to do something. Next week I want to be a step further. I had made up in my mind that this is what I wanted to do. And when I went to that conference, oh my God, that conference just blew me.
Yeah.
After I left that conference, I was under construction. It
I'll
was
never
on and
forget you said
popping.
Yeah.
I have
that.
not stopped since that conference.
And we have another one
But
too
Tia,
now.
you know what's so powerful about the quote that you was using about under construction?
Yes.
Now maybe you knew it, but I didn't. You rehabbed the house that a lot of people see
Right.
now
Oh my
and take
goodness.
for
Yes.
granted. So talk about that you didn't just take a house that was just ready to go, but you actually had to rehab this property.
Yeah.
Talk about that. What went into
Yes.
that decision?
When I left, okay, in my mind before I went to the conference, I said, okay, I just put some paint on the house, and put some new fixtures in and be done with it. But after I went to that conference, I just saw everything different. Everything was totally different. So when I came from the conference and me and my son was talking and my husband, I said, you know what? I know I'm gonna have to, it's gonna take some little money, and I'm okay with that. And I know I ain't gonna be able to take my vacations or go on my bike events on my motorcycle like I usually do. I'm willing to take that money and just put it in this house and do totally different. And they was good with that, and I just roll with it.
I love it.
Wow.
Tia,
Sacrifice.
why? Because there's so many points to that, but if I get on that right now, I'll go on a whole tangent.
I'm telling you.
So let's go here, Tia. For a lot of the new people and people that's been around me, I say this quote all the time, but now people are watching it in real time.
Say it there.
So Tia, I want to ask you some questions, and let's don't go fast. Let's slow it
Okay.
down.
Okay.
Tia, we always talk about love God, love
Mhm.
people, and love real estate. So I got some questions. Tia, do
Okay.
you love God?
Definitely, with all my heart.
Tia, do you love people
Hold on,
in
wait.
general?
Oh my God. Okay, Derek, slow down. You told me
Right,
to
you
slow
telling her to slow
down.
down.
You told me to slow down. You know when I get to talking about that, I get excited. Okay, let me slow down.
Come
First
on,
of
Tia.
all, when you say love God, oh yes, he is the leader of my life.
That's it.
I love him so much. Without him, it wouldn't be a me.
And that's it.
Just let that sit
So
for a minute.
I'm gonna let that sit
Just
for
let
3
it-
more
let it
seconds
sit.
because I'm telling Tia, let's slow
Breathe
it down,
it in, D.
and I'm trying to go through it. So if you haven't noticed, y'all, I'm no pastor, I'm no priest, and I'm no bishop, and neither is Tia unless she's
No.
that also and didn't tell me.
No.
But guys, we love God, we love people, and we love real estate. So we just established that Tia love God. Tia, do you love people in general?
Love people. Love people.
Why is that
Everywhere.
important to be in this?
See, you got to slow
Okay.
down, man. You speeding again. Go ahead, Tia.
It's
I'm trying.
important because a lot of people are going through a lot of things right now.
Yeah.
Okay. You don't know where they mind at all until you meet them, until you just start talking to them, or you just say hello. Or people, they just want to be heard. You have to listen to people. Okay. They want to be heard, and they just need somebody to tell them that they are loved, and they need to feel like whatever they're going through, it's going to be all right. You going to make it. And they need to feel that. And I just had that love for people. I always been like that since a child.
Until, believe it or not, and I'm sure most people can see it, but you can see it even through the way that you rehab and the way you furnish that place.
Listen.
She didn't just throw that place together.
Listen,
you
sir.
filmed it all, so you talk about that for a minute.
Listen, hold on. So
and that white couch.
First and foremost, I think she's sitting on the white couch.
Yes, I am.
Listen,
don't tell her move it, because Brandon probably got it all set up, and don't let Tia mess up any of that, because I'm sure Tia didn't set up none of that.
Listen, Brandon wanted to take my table in here. I told him, son, you can't take that table. So I might just got to go to my house. I said,
talk about that table.
Stay here.
First and foremost, when we arrived at the premises, I'll just say it that way.
Okay.
I was so shocked that it took me a minute to kind of get in work mode, right?
Yeah.
Because I'm usually behind the camera.
She was like, she just saw a movie star. She was starstruck. It
was so, because I knew, okay, you know how you expect a great thing?
And shame on us for not actually having Tia's picture. Most of y'all seen her stuff on Instagram, YouTube, and all of that.
I'll work it while you're talking.
But if you haven't, just pause real quick. If you haven't seen Tia's place, please go on my Facebook or Instagram or YouTube about a week or two ago. Not the stuff that was posted today, but a week or two ago, and take a look at her facility, guys. You gotta see it. And don't take for granted that she also rehabbed it. So what you see is a brand new rehab place. Shay, back on you.
Yeah, it took me back. You know, we've launched so many people.
Yeah.
We've put our hands and gotten involved in helping to, get people's homes together. And it never ceased to amaze me what every client does that's just so different. Like Mom Forston was with us, guys. I'm telling on Mom.
Yeah.
And Tia, I'm gonna try and get these pictures up.
Okay.
Mom Forston, Tia sat Ma in this chair. Okay, first and foremost. And Ma did not get up.
Chair.
It was a
Tia not gonna let you call it this chair.
No,
what was it, Tia?
It was the massage chair.
Okay.
I'm talking about it had the knuckles going in the neck.
Multifunction.
It had the little things going down the back. The booty was warm and jiggly. I said, you know what? This is too much. So just know that when I walked in, I was pleasantly, I can't even say surprised. I just think I was really.
It was a breath of fresh air.
Right. Because we've seen people do this.
And it never gets old to us to watch you guys launch from
it doesn't.
Not knowing anything about this to doing a walkthrough and actually have a presentable property for displaced adults. So
Tia, we've taken people's homes over because case managers request. Like individuals would, case managers would be going to houses and they're like, listen, do you really like what you do? And they'll connect them to us and we'll go and do a whole rehab a whole do-over and literally take over their properties. So, and not saying that I thought anything like that of Tia. I did not expect what I saw.
Tia is what I would just call an overachiever. Somebody that even if you have the thought of how well they'll do, they exceed it.
Right. Yeah.
It's almost like that prayer, God do exceedingly and abundantly above what I think. Tia went abundantly and above what most people would furnish these places like.
Yeah.
And trust me, y'all, we laugh and we joke and play all the time, but these people are coming from the street.
Yep.
So being able to come from whatever environment to this thing that you will see from that Tia put together is absolutely amazing. And one of her coffee tables, y'all, and excuse me if it's really not called a coffee table, but she literally took a rim. Tia, that a 22-inch rim?
Yes, it is.
A 22-inch chrome wheel, y'all, rim, and made a table out of it. So Tia, then you have this taken to it like some glass cutter guy, and he made a glass top for it and all of that. Talk about that.
I took it to a glass cutter guy right there in Dundee, and I took the rim, and he said, ma'am, what do you want to do with this? I said, I want you to cut me a glass to fit this because I want to make it a coffee table. And he was like, oh my God, I never thought of it that way. So he made it for me. And then when I brought it home, my son Brandon, He say, Mom, let's put some lights in it and light it up. And I was
Genius
like, let's
idea.
do it.
Let's light it
So,
up.
guys, if
Light
you
it
haven't
up.
seen that, make sure you go check it out. But we're going to get back to the topic because we're talking about love God, love people, and love real estate. Tia just talked about how she
Yeah.
loves God, she loves people. Tia, you got to love real estate also to be in this. And
You
Tia,
do.
I know that you talked about your grandmother, you talked about where you learned it from, you talked about the rooming house. Tia, that all sounds great. But Tia, why didn't you put a mom, dad, and 3 kids in this place? Why did you choose the shared living environment? Talk about that because Tia, some
Yeah.
people think you live in this place. Tia, you don't
Oh,
live in this house,
really?
right?
No, I do not.
Okay, talk to them.
Wow.
I live in Winter Haven. Now I have rented houses to a family. Okay.
Okay.
I want to do things different this time. I wanted to help more people because the homelessness is so bad now and it's everywhere. I just went to Hawaii last month. Me and my girlfriends went to Hawaii for her birthday.
Mm-hmm.
Homelessness was in Hawaii.
Such a
When
good
we was traveling, you see homelessness everywhere.
Yeah.
And I wanted to touch more people than just doing a family.
Okay.
And when I went to that conference and it was just, oh my God, it was just on fire. And I said, you know what? That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to rent it to individuals. And then once I get this full, I'm going to start on another one.
Sounds good. So Tia, it sounds like you understand that there's also a real estate side to this and there's also an investment side to this. We talk a lot about the love of God and caring for people and all of that stuff. And that's important because that's first. But Tia, you got to make some money in this too, because if you don't, we can't help nobody.
Exactly.
So Tia, talk about again, what's the difference for you as an investor of the financial impact of housing the multiple people in the one asset versus housing that one family, one source of income coming in. Talk about that.
Now, doing the one family is fine. But when I started adding up the numbers where I can house multiple people, that'll be multiple people having a beautiful place to stay. Also, a great income for me when I get ready to retire. Mm-hmm. Having a couple of these, doing a couple of these and everything, keeping it full.
Yep.
That's a no-brainer. People are got a beautiful place to lay their head and sleep, and then I can make a good income.
It's almost like running, Tia, it's almost like running what your grandmother did, the rooming houses. The rooming houses were one big building, had multiple doors on it. This is the same thing, ladies and gentlemen. So anybody that may be lost in the sauce right now, guys, all we're talking about is a shared living environment. We call them independent living facilities. We taught it to Tia in Haines City, Florida. She put her own twist on it, and she calls it luxury independent living facilities because she does all private rooms. Tia doesn't do the 2 people per room model yet. Her first property, and Tia, I'm gonna let you tell it. Tia, a lot of us rent or we lease these places.
Yeah.
Can you talk about where you sit at with this? Did you rent it or lease it?
That's
now before I went to the conference, okay, I said I was gonna lease a place, okay, because I say I lease a place, and so when I thought about it, my husband said, well, babe, you still got your house that ain't nobody in. And I said, you know what? Instead of me leasing, let me just go ahead on, because I really didn't want to do it at the beginning because it's just been in my family for years, So then when I talked to him and my son, they was like, well, Mom, go ahead and start with that one. And then once you get that one going, then you go from there. So that's what made me just go ahead with my house that I already had. All I had to do was do the renovations to it.
Sounds
because
good.
Like my son was telling me, he said, Mom, you know how you want to do it. You can't just lease a place and do what you want to it. Then you can do it to your own. And I said, that makes sense. So let me do that.
Okay.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I love it. I love it. I want to go back to the segment that I'm going to call No Excuses, because Tia is just like a lot of y'all. Tia's got a family. She's got a
Yeah.
husband. She's got children. She's talked about her full-time job as an armed security officer.
You better say it right.
So one more thing, right? So, because I actually wrote this down, and my handwriting is so bad, I want to make sure that I can read it right. So, Tia,
bad, yeah.
I just explained that you got a lot of responsibilities. Tia, are there any other responsibilities that you have that I didn't name? And I named, you got a husband, you got a family, you got a business, you're involved in your community,
Yeah.
you got a family, full-time job.
Right.
Am I missing anything, Tia?
Yes. We also, me and my husband, we have a little side gig where we have a tractor, and we go and we do tractor work, digging up driveways for people to pour cement. Or we go and cut 5 acres with our tractor. So we do that as well.
Wow.
Whoa.
I love that. So again, guys,
Tia
this
drives
is what I love, Shay. And don't get me on her driving tractor, because I
I
was on the whole
know.
tangent about that.
You know I'm gonna be mad.
But what I love,
Just
though,
saying.
is what I always tell you guys, right? One thing I love about the people that come around us, you guys aren't lazy people.
No, we're not.
Far from it.
Tia's got a lot of stuff going on in her life, y'all, but I want Tia to serve as the example tonight that, as we say, move at the speed of instruction and make no excuses.
None.
Because if God be before me, who can be against me?
Say it again.
If God can be before Tia, who can be against her? Especially when God is first and the coaching comes next. Lord have mercy.
Look, y'all, you playing.
Lord have mercy. So what we gonna do? Because I done hogged up a lot of this stuff, right? So we gonna check the chat.
Okay.
I want to see if any questions are in the chat. We're also going to take a quick commercial break. But I got one question probably even before we do that. Because Tia, again, and I know I said this already 3 times, but I just got to hone this in because somebody going to need to hear
Say
this.
it again.
Tia, you didn't make excuses.
No.
God put this vision on your heart. You ran into us on YouTube. We didn't plan that. So Tia, just again, in your own words, talk about how people shouldn't make excuses, keep God first, and just keep pushing if God has put it on your heart.
That's it. That's it. That's it. I'm telling you, Derek, I had 2 places I had needed to be going before that conference. I hadn't paid my money, and all of a sudden some stuff came up, and I was like, every time I try to do something I want to do, something always come up. But I said, you know what, Lord, you done made a way for me to pay this thing. You gonna make a way for me to get there and be settled with it. And I did. And ever since I started doing that, Derek, every time I try to do something for the next week, something always come up. And I just had made up in my mind. You see it on my at my fireplace. Failure is a word unknown to me. I didn't want to hear nothing. I was keeping it moving. I stayed.
Can you repeat that again? Because that's a picture inside of your place. Can you repeat that quote?
Failure is a word unknown to me.
Come on.
Somebody type that in the chat. Angela, if you could do me a favor, because I want a lot of us to repeat that and live by that for the rest of this week. Hearing that on the Monday is great. Back on you, sis, but failure is unknown to me. We all should kind of take that. Failure is a word unknown to me.
Yeah.
We all should repeat that right now in your own house, in your kitchen, wherever you at.
For anything
failure
that you're doing,
in this household for the Forstons is unknown to us, Shay.
It's unknown to
and I claim that for you guys' family as well. Go ahead, Miss Tia. Sorry about that.
That's okay. Every time, it's just, when you're trying to do something, you're doing something for God and for the people, the devil always try to step in. I don't care what it is. But all I did, when I got up the next morning, I had a little bit more energy. The night before, I was tired. But that next day, honey, that little energy had been kicked in. And I said, I'm going to keep it moving. I'm going to keep it moving. It didn't even matter. I just kept it moving.
Good stuff. Tia, can you talk about some of the relationships that you've developed since being around Forston Consultants and all the other people you met besides me and Shay?
Oh, yes.
That probably came from the conference. I don't know.
Came from the conference. Yes, it did. I met Tiffany. Oh, my God. She is so sweet. I met Rita. when Rita and her husband, I was like, oh my God, these people are doing so well, and they're not selfish. That's another thing that I love. That's just got to be the love of God. They're willing to help you. We exchange phone numbers, and that's what I love. Everybody is willing to help each other. Nobody is selfish, because it's a lot of money out here for everybody to make. So it don't make no sense to be selfish. And it's a lot of people out here that needs a place to lay their head.
That's it.
Yeah.
So, hey, let's do this together.
Yeah. I love it. I love it. And on that note, you guys are going to see something that we posted today that will continue through the next few days. Literally the ending of what Tia just talked about working together.
That's exactly
is where you guys are going to see from Angela Brooks and Aklina, who actually got the teaching from us, but they joined together. Yeah. So I love that. So wait till you see that stuff, Tia, of how Angela Brooks and Aklina merged together with two different programs to form one house to help one population.
It's amazing. And also that open house was amazing too. Yeah. So you got to look out for that one too. And they'll be here too. We're going to have them come and join us on a Monday as well. Also, you specified Rita and Ken. And in normal Rita and Ken fashion, at this open house on Saturday, they had the coffee pots, they had the tea makers,
Danishes,
they had
the donuts,
Danishes. I was like, I when I walked in, it brought me to tears, first and foremost, because this is something that we could have never really fathomed. It was something that we always wanted to see was community. A lot of people do what they deem shared housing or house hacking or whatever, but we wanted something so specifically different, just so different that when we introduce our ILF family members, that they too become family with one another.
We always dreamed of that.
And when we walked in, it honestly gut punched me. I was like, y'all, this is everything we talk about in our private time,
Because Shay and I coach in 37 states now, over 390 ILFs throughout all of us. So Shay and I are busy. We coach a lot of people. But how great does it feel? And this is what Shay is talking about. How great does it feel that other people that we've taught beat us to the open house and have already helped her open up and set up? So it's not just Shay and I. Yes, the bulk of your coaching going to come from us, but the support is going to come from a family that surrounds you. And that's what Tia also talked about. So Shay,
it's all about community.
I'm sorry about
that. No, it's about
Shay almost broke because it hit her so hard.
I had to say something. I was like, y'all, before we do anything, I just want to talk to y'all. Before we got there,
they had prayed over the house
already. They walked the house.
So
Angela travels with her oil.
So you already know, Tia. Tia, before we get too sideways and off track, because we got to give people the ending of your tour. Tia, can you talk about just Forster Consultants real quick? How did we treat you? How did the coaching go? Were we available? Like, talk about like that kind of stuff, if you don't mind, Tia. And Tia, if we did you wrong, you got a whole platform right now to tell it. So go ahead.
And I tell it if you did me wrong.
Woo, I know you will. I'll tell it. Go on and tell it.
But no, let me tell you, Derek, from the beginning, when you said, okay, you got my personal number, you just call me anytime. I say, that little joker just don't know. I'm going to be blowing his phone up. He going to get tired of me. But I was mistakenly wrong, Derek. Every time I'm all in Fort Lauderdale, I got to call you the phone because I'm there with Brandon.
I remember that.
And all my children. And I said, y'all, I got to call Derek. And my son say, Mom, you call that man so much. I say, that's what I'm paying it for. That's what he told me to do.
Exactly.
That's what I'm going to do.
Exactly.
And when I got to tell you all, both of you all, I appreciate you all so much. People do things just for a job, but y'all do things from the heart. The love, the patience. Wow, I couldn't even really manage how many people y'all serve, but yet you find the time to take 5 minutes out to answer that phone or to call me back and answer my questions, and you make sure every question is answered before you hang up. I love you and Shay for that, and I just want to give y'all roses now.
Listen,
Well, we
I,
appreciate that.
hey,
Thank
I'm
you
a
so much.
crybaby today. I don't listen. From Saturday,
Yeah.
yesterday to
Yeah.
today, I'll cry on you in the second now. So don't
Yeah.
do
There,
that.
there's always people that I joke about that when I tell them, hey, here's my number.
Yeah.
Yes, we got coaching sessions that'll be lined up, but you
Mhm.
call me anytime. And I can always think of two people
That do,
that
yeah.
literally took that to heart. That was Dornico and that was Tia. And when I mean all the
Oh
time,
my
3
goodness,
and 4
yeah.
times a day, 5 times a week, no
Oh my
problem. Because
God.
my job is to
Yeah.
get y'all where you need to go, no matter how many phone calls it takes. But watch this. I tell everybody the biggest compliment is when them phone calls all of a sudden start falling off.
Right.
Because
yeah.
now guess what's happening? You're learning it, you're growing,
Yeah.
and you're not needing me as much. So now when me and Tia are talking, we're just putting the finishing touches on certain things.
Yeah.
Or talking about the next facility, the next property that she'll buy,
Yeah.
or the next business idea.
Yep.
So I love that. And Tia, we appreciate you. We're going to
Yeah.
take a quick break, y'all, and we're going to come
Don't
back.
you go nowhere,
We're going to
Tia.
answer any questions
Okay.
that you all may have, because we also still want to be respectful of Tia's time. She said that she'll go all night, but we always want to make sure that we always give respect for her time. And I also want to do a little bit of coaching if there's some questions. If not, I don't want to ruin this interview, and we'll leave it just like that. So by the time we come back, if there's not any questions, we're going to probably give it back to Tia to give y'all just another hoopra, hooray,
Guess
and
what
some
I did?
encouragement. And then we're going to let y'all go.
I
And then
actually
Shay may have
I
something.
did something special while Tia was talking. So
She probably got those pictures up, so I hope she do it. Tia, we'll
did
let Tia speak through those pictures.
I did something.
Let's take a break, y'all, and we'll be right back.
All right.
Hey, David, did you know that you can start your own housing program and it doesn't require you for you to own the property and you do not need a license? So how in the world would you do that? I was always told that you had to own the property and that there was always some kind of special license that you had to get from your city to do this. People always told me that there was lots of red tape to jump through. So you mean to tell me these are also not group homes? It's actually simple. They're called independent living facilities, and Forster Consultants actually created it. They hold the trademark for it. So I follow them religiously on Instagram at Forster Consultants as well as Facebook. And every Monday night at 6 p.m., they actually go live on YouTube at Forster Consultants, and I follow them there as well. So you mean to tell me my dream of becoming this housing provider that I've always dreamt of is closer than I realize? And again, you're telling me I don't need a license and I don't have to own the property. Absolutely. You do not have to own the property. You don't have to be a nurse. You don't have to be a CNA. And you can get started as soon as tomorrow. Click the link below for more information.
All right.
Let's
So
jump back in
Tia,
it.
they've been asking in the chat. They're like, did your diet did not have no pictures of Tia's place? So while Tia was talking, y'all, I got to work. I did a little canvassing, okay? So Tia, I want you to explain to people what they are looking at.
But even
Wait,
right
okay, go
before
ahead.
Tia does that, just for anybody that's new to us and you have no clue what we're talking about,
Go for it,
or
yeah.
you just joined us, these are independent living facilities, very similar to a group home, but without all of the license, without the state oversight, and without any staff. So if you've ever wanted to start your own housing program but
Correct.
didn't know where to start, this is the cheat code for it. So we call them, again, ILFs, which is the opposite of a group home or an ALF. Again, no license required. The only requirement for this, guys, is a big heart for people, the love for God. And if you love real estate like Tia, this is genius, because we take one asset and we rent to multiple people. And again, if you follow the prompt below and just text the word more info to that phone number 407-326-0086, it'll give you the introductory webinar and a phone call with us. We also got a free gift for you if you just text the word new to the same phone number that's scrolling below, and that'll get you guys started. So I'm gonna give it back over to Tia. Tia, you explain everything in this room in terms of where you got it from, what was the decision on the colors, what in the world is that thing that's sitting in that chair? There's Mom Forster now on screen. Tia, on you. Take us through the door like we just opened the front door. Where are we?
Okay. You're stepping into the conversation room.
All right.
And the conversation room is for when the caseworkers or social workers, case managers, or whoever they come in and want to talk to the client, then they can sit there in the conversation room quietly, comfortably, and just talk and get stuff taken care of. Then over there, you see that is the spa, the massage chair. And a lot of times I know when they come in there, the clients, they just want to relax, or they had a hard day at work or whatever. They can sit there in that massage chair and it massages from the neck all the way down to the booty. Even heat them up and everything. Massage them until they can't take no more.
Who was the first person to sit in this chair? Like, I wish I had a picture of that, because that would have made the people really happy.
I actually do. Actually, it was a video. I didn't take a picture.
Tia, talk about who was one of the first recipients of this new chair.
Mom Forston sat in that chair and she did not move.
We touring through the rest of the house, y'all, and we look behind us, and Mom Forston is still in the chair, y'all.
Ooh, Shay. Talking about, ooh, Shay, yeah.
So, Tia, talk about it again, because I want to pinpoint everything in this room. So, on top of the table, on this thing that looks like a picture, what is on that?
That is a welcome sign that says welcome. And it also has the, for the clients or the social workers that come in, they can hook up to the Wi-Fi or the internet, the Wi-Fi code and internet.
So that means, Tia, they don't have to call you every 5 minutes or every time you move in somebody. Miss Tia, what's the Wi-Fi code?
No. When they come in, it'll be sitting right there at the round table.
Sounds like you've been listening to our coaching, Tia, because that's exactly what we coach y'all to do. Because how we know that? When we first started,
everybody.
Mr. Derek, what day the trash go out? Is it Thursday or Tuesday? So Shay, genius her, Shay makes a list of everything that they need in the house, y'all, including 911, the fire department for emergencies, non-emergency number, their case manager, social worker, and a bunch of food stamp place, social security office. So a bunch of that stuff, and then Shay eliminates it. I think that's the right word. Laminate. Yeah, see, y'all, I'm from the country. Shay laminated to where now you can't ruin it. Tia went an extra step and put it in one of those, what do you call it?
Picture frame.
Picture frame.
So,
Love
Tia,
that.
I do have a question. How many people can sit in the conversation room? Because I think this was the fun part. I hate that I didn't take a picture of,
Now, when she say the number of people, like, well, where at? How many people can sit in this room, Tia, at one time?
10 people.
No, Tia,
nine people. Nine people can sit in the living room.
Don't look like 9 people can fit in this room to me. So what's the secret to that?
Okay. The secret is you got 3 can sit on the sofa. And then you got the 2 chairs there. That's 5. Okay. And then that round table, 4 people can sit there. Those are seats underneath. You could just pull out. And not only seats, but it's also storage.
They nice too.
So y'all, I'm gonna pause right there, because what Tia is telling y'all, in case of y'all missing it, that table that you see in the middle, that's not just a table.
Yeah.
Those inserts that look like just spaces, those are chairs, and you pull them out.
Yep.
So if you're not following us on Facebook or Instagram, you're gonna see Tia and I doing an interview sitting at that table.
Yeah.
And that's what she means by 9 people. Now watch this, because somebody wondering what Derek, she only got like 3 rooms. Where's 9 people coming from?
Right.
We're talking about times when we've taught Tia how case managers and social workers may come over and hold groups or sessions, and they may bring staff or additional people with them.
Yep,
so Tia wanted to make sure that everybody had a place to sit.
I love
Anything
that.
else in this room, Tia, you want to talk about in terms of where you got this furniture? Did you buy it? Did you rent it? Did people give it to you? Because people ask me all the time, well, Derek, how we gonna furnish it? What did you do, Tia?
Now you can, honey, Habitat for Humanity, Habitat Store. I love them. Also, I love the estate sales. I love them.
What is an estate sale, Tia, for people that may not know that?
Estate sale is where a person, I don't know if a family member dies or leave leave the state or whatever, and the house, they sell everything in the house before they put the house up for sale.
Okay.
And when you go in those houses off of Cypress Garden and Winter Haven, those extravagant houses, those where you can get furniture like that for a good price.
So pause right there for 2 seconds, right? Because that's a teaching moment. So guys, wherever you live at, you may not know where Cypress Gardens is in Winter Haven. That's where Tia lives at in Polk County, Florida. So that's in her area. Say it again, Shay.
Find that bougie location.
And look for because a lot of times, I hate to be saying it this way, but that's a bunch of rich people.
Yeah.
Where things have happened in their family and they're getting off a lot of stuff at one time.
Yes.
So when you see the word estate sale, you need to be
run.
driving by and going to check it out, because a lot of times you get a lot of great stuff on the low, as they call it. Miss Tia, back on you.
All right, we're gonna go to the next picture. That's where Miss Tia's sitting right now.
That's where I'm sitting now. That is the entertainment room.
Wow.
The entertainment room. And it has games in there where they can play games. They can read.
Hold it, Tia. Hold it. I gotta tell on Tia, y'all, for 2 seconds, and I'm gonna tell on myself. Y'all, as her coach, when I walked into this place and saw that white furniture, I almost lost my breath. I was like, white furniture. No. How many of y'all almost lost your breath when you saw white ivory furniture? Be honest, Angela. Be honest, Tiffany. Katara, be honest with me. Miss Cherie from Georgia, be honest. How many of y'all almost swallowed your tongue when you saw white furniture?
Yeah.
Now, me and Tia talked about maybe how we covered that and all that, and I joked about, well, Tia, they can't wear black jeans, they can't wear denim jeans, they can't be dirty, but we was just joking. But Tia, again, go talk about what went into, how did you choose that? Why did you get it? Like, what went into the pictures, the color scheme, all of that?
Okay,
the flooring.
I did it. I already had that furniture. That was some used furniture I already had in a previous house.
So and my coach says, don't go buy nothing new if you got it already, right?
That's right.
Whether it's white or not, right?
That's right.
So the coach would override me going, oh my God.
White furniture. Lord have mercy.
Go ahead, Tia.
Oh my
So
goodness.
I already had that left over in a previous house. So I just brought it from that house and brought it here. And I said, you know what? I'm going to make this the white room. And my son said, Mom, has you lost your mind? I say, I probably have, but we're going to work with it for now.
Because that gives us the ability, guys, to get started without going to rooms to go, without going to actually furniture, without her even going to Facebook Marketplace to buy it.
Yes.
Because that's my coaching. Either get it donated, use something you have already, and she can tell you a funny story about that with me, or gently used, ladies and gentlemen. So even though this furniture is white, Tia didn't have to buy it, y'all, because she already had it. And if you look at it, it also tells you that she's taking care of her stuff.
Yep.
Because it's not dirty and dingy and nasty.
Yes.
So Tia, can you just tell me this, and this is just for kicks and giggles, is that the original floor in that place, or did you guys put that in there?
No, we put that's tile floor. That's not the original. All the floors,
that's not a wood
all
floor.
the floors is not original.
Got it. Okay.
We did all the floors.
And when you say we, who is we?
Okay, my cousin and my husband did the floors.
So everything is in-house, ladies and gentlemen. So notice that's why I'm asking her certain stuff. Listen to how Tia involved her family, her friends. Tia's got a job, y'all. She's busy. She got kids. She's got a family. So again, back on you, Tia. Shay?
So that's the entertainment room, and the fireplace.
What size is that TV on that wall, Tia?
That's a 65-inch.
Smart TV or regular?
Smart TV. All TVs are smart.
Good job, Tia.
Listen,
Tia listens.
I'm stuck. I'm right back in the same place I was the other day.
And guys, I'm a guy. I ain't all crazy about decor, but just look again how beautiful that stuff is. Look at this kitchen. Like, talk about the kitchen now, Tia. Like, what was the idea of that? Because I'm sure that's not the original kitchen.
Oh no, that's not the original kitchen. We took out all the old cabinets, and you know the cabinets that came there from your mom's house when it was built. So I had the same cabinets there what came with the house when it was built back in the 70s. So we took out all the cabinets, and I had a guy friend that I knew came in, and I bought those cabinets. You would not believe. I got those cabinets from Broke and Pour in Urbandale.
It's called Broke and Pour in Urbandale, Florida.
Broke and Pour in Urbandale.
So guys, if you're listening, again, Tia's giving game.
Listen to the name of
I'm from Coke kind of shit. I've never heard of that. I was a bit insulted by just walking in there. Jesus Christ. Broke and so Tia, what do they sell in Broke and Pour? Also just talk about it.
They sell cabinets, doors, the side door I got from Broke and Pour, the cabinets I got from Broke and Pour.
Is it used stuff? Is it scratch and dent stuff? My mom's here. Mom, have you heard of this place?
Broke and
Keep talking, Tia.
Broke and Pour. It's in Urbandale, right across from the flea market.
Wow.
Mom, Forster, type in the chat if you've ever heard of this place.
Broke and Pour. And they have,
I love this.
They have everything. They have cabinets. You see the doorknobs on there? That came from Broke and Pour.
I got a question, Tia.
Mm-hmm.
On top of the countertops, is that Formica?
Oh, no. That's granite. That's level 2 granite.
Woo! Now, Tia, looks like you ran the granite all the way up the wall. Did you do that to get all bougie on me?
Yes, I want to be bougie with that kitchen because I'm a cook. I'm a cook, right? So I say, you know what? I'm a cook. This is my house. I'm going to do it like I want it. So if I have to come back home, it's going to already be set up. And I want to take it all the way up the wall.
Mm.
And Mom said she did her Broke
Mom
and
said
Pour,
she knows about it.
Why she never tell us?
Maybe because it's in Polk County. I don't know.
Mom,
she says it across from the flea market. Mom, what you know about it? Shay, now Shay got her glasses on tonight. So Shay, I told Tia one of the highlights of this whole house to me was the sign that sits beside the dinner table. Shay, you got your glasses on tonight. Can you read it for the people? If not, I'm gonna make Tia read it, but I love this, y'all.
It says, bless the food before us, the family beside us, and the love between us.
Lord have mercy. I love that. Angela Brooks, can you see that? Bless the food
beside us.
Before
us. Sorry, I'm saying beside us. Yep.
The family beside us. Wait. Let's break it down. That means anybody sitting next to us, because Tia is housing people that may not be related, Shay. But once they move in Tia's place and reaching for success solutions, we're all family now.
Mm-hmm.
So God bless the food before us.
Yeah.
The family beside us, and the love between us.
Come on now.
Let us eat. Amen.
Amen.
I like that. Next picture, Shay.
This guy right
Tia,
here.
where did you get that kitchen table from? Because again, people are gonna ask me, so I'm gonna let you tell it. Is that used, borrowed, or did you have it?
Now that kitchen table, they had that at Big Lots.
Big Lots.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not sure where you guys are from. That's on the chat, but that's BIG Lots, LOTS.
Mm-hmm.
Some of my Midwest people, you may not have that, but if you're in Central Florida or anywhere below Southern, Big Lots is a big thing down here. Shay?
Let me go back. I will say one thing. I didn't get a good picture of it, but this is the only ILF I know that has a Peloton.
Tia, talk about that. I forgot. Shay, you right.
The Peloton, I wish y'all could see it, but it's behind the table. I can't. It's behind the table, and it's between the table and the sign.
Talk about it, Tia. Why you got a Peloton in there?
The Peloton. Now, actually, the Peloton, my husband brought there. So, when we was working there in the house, and he said, "Okay, now you know, because I got a bad knee," and I was making that excuse. I said, "Well, I've been working here all night. I ain't finna be using no Peloton." He said, "I'm gonna bring that Peloton so your clients can use it since you ain't gonna use it."
So we got a little bit of a workout station. So Tia's clients, ladies
Yeah.
and gentlemen, will be able to ride and use a Peloton, which is very expensive. And most people just can't buy one.
It's fancy.
So, and from my understanding, you can go to Peloton and ride anywhere you want to. In France,
You can ride
City,
in
Florida,
France,
New
Italy.
York.
Yep.
You go up the cliffs, the mountains.
So,
it's
I
just
love it.
wonderful. And like, I want to put my senior citizen there. And like me, I got a bad knee, and it's good for them knees. So that's why I said we're gonna leave this Peloton here.
I love it.
So right here is one of Tia's first rooms. Tia, can you talk about this room and where is it located within the house? And Tia, how many bedrooms And how many people are you housing in this place?
Okay, it's 3 bedrooms, and that's the master suite right there with its own bathroom. And it's all rooms are private.
Okay.
I don't have the shared. I want it all private.
Now, Tia, most people see me with these twin beds, right? And now they see
Right.
this and they're going to laugh at me now. Tia, why did you get this big old queen bed with that big old headboard? Like, why did you get so fancy? I want people to hear it.
Because I'm bougie.
You know what?
Now, pause right there.
I'm going to bed.
What that means, ladies and gentlemen, AKA, you got choices. So
Yes.
again, if you like Tia and you want to put
that. Yes, I wanted
exactly
that.
There you go,
And
Tia.
I actually bought that from a estate sale.
And Tia, what I want people to hear you say, though, even though we laughing and we joking, but Tia, you didn't spend a lot of money on this stuff in terms of what people would think. Oh my God, she broke the bank to do this.
Exactly, and that's the thing about it. I didn't spend a whole lot of money, but it looks like I did. So
I love
that bed there, estate sale.
Where'd you get the comforter and the pillows? Like, tell us about everything. Where did the comforter come from?
The comforters came from Sam's.
Okay.
Sam's was having a sale, and they not no big comforters, just like Coverlet, the Coverlet. Instead of a big thick comforter. I didn't want to put no thick comforter, so it's more like a coverlet covering on it. So I got that from Sam's.
Okay.
So
now,
all
Tia,
my bedding,
that rug that's on the floor, did you buy that, or that's something that you had that just happened to match with the room?
The bed came. I mean, the floor, the rug, it came from the estate sale.
Okay.
Got it.
And what am I fooling around with on the bed? Like, what am I messing around with? You
messing around with the hamper, the clothes pop-up thing where they can put their dirty clothes in, and it's into a little thing.
Linda did the fancy, and she did the fancy too.
What about the wall decor? Where did you get that from?
Estate sale.
Okay.
You playing. I don't even know why you playing.
So guys, I hope y'all catching the theme of this, right? She's not spending a lot of money to make this place absolute A1. Talk about this room, Tia. A lot of people ask me about that chair. Start with the chair. Where did you get that beautiful chair from?
Now, the chair came from Amazon. I was on Amazon, and I was looking for beds on Amazon because you told me you had these beds you could get off Amazon. So I went to looking on Amazon for the beds, and then
we weren't talking about the bougie beds, Tia. We get our little ranky-dink twin beds from Amazon. We ain't winning, got them.
Well, I was gonna put the ranky-dink beds, but
Tia, watch this though. Watch this, Tia, because again, I'm Derek for the people. Somebody's thinking this.
For the people.
Tia, did you buy all of this stuff at one time, or did you piece it out as you went along?
I pieced everything out.
And see, that's good, Tia, because most people say, well, Derek, do I got to buy everything at one time? You don't.
No.
Start today and buy one comforter as you're getting the culture from us and piece it together.
How about don't buy anything and start stripping your own house?
That too.
Tia.
Unless you're bougie like Tia.
Hold on, Tia. I'm gonna remove because I gotta get close to Tia. Hold on. Hold on. I gotta what I just did. Let me remove this. Me and Tia got a little face to face.
Okay.
Tia, this guy. I ain't gonna point no fingers, but this guy right here, this one, was so bad.
Can I give a disclaimer first?
No.
I can't. Wait.
Okay, go ahead.
When I teach you guys to start from where you are, this is what this means. Go. And she always get on to me about this, y'all.
I came home from work. You know how your house is set up. You know where things are.
Yes.
So you move around your house. Lights are off, and I'm just, I'm coming home from work. I done worked a 16.
This is when she had a job back in the day.
18-hour shift, doing a big project at the hospital. So they don't care about working 9 to 5. They I come home. I have a plate of food. Lights are out. Derek's in the room, and I go for the table with my purse and my food.
Okay.
My purse and my food hit the floor. No table.
Food went everywhere. Because Tia, the way that I teach it, especially when I started Tia.
No.
Tia, I ain't had no money, so guess where the dining room table came from? My house. Guess where the couch came from? My house. Guess where the cups, the spoons, the knives, the coffee cup, the coffee maker, guess where that came from, Tia? My house.
Tia.
I wasn't set up, hold on, because I'm preaching now. I wasn't set up like Tia. Tia is very blessed, ladies and gentlemen. If y'all can't tell, most of y'all gonna start from somewhere like me. And guys, everything that I took, my mama gave me couches, a recliner, the rugs from my floor.
But my kitchen table,
boy, y'all.
Tia, the kitchen table was gone. I was hungry. So now all my food's on the floor. I got to eat a bowl of cereal. It's about 10 o'clock
that table was at my first ILF, y'all.
Gone.
Tia, I was so proud of that place. I said, boy, I'm missing one last thing. It's a dining room table. Tia, I'd be dog if I didn't take my table and took it to that house. And as you would say, Tia, show you right.
Show you right.
Tia, then a couple of weeks go by and the TVs all start
all the TVs from the wall, every TV in my house gone, not Tia.
All the TVs
but
off
Tia,
the wall.
guess what she found out, Tia? That every time I take something, she get it brand new. So when I take a table, we buy a table. When I took a TV, eventually we replaced the TV brand new.
But Tia, can I at least know?
So ladies and gentlemen, start with stuff in your house. Don't go buy no TV when you got 3 rooms in your house that got flat screen TVs not being used.
Tia.
Your coffee table, nobody sit at your table. Nobody drink your coffee cups. Take all that stuff to your ILF, y'all. Listen to me on that. She ain't gonna spank me about that story. But listen to me and start where you're at. Because 2 weeks ago, the title was, What's in Your Hand?
Yeah.
Meaning what you already got. I'm not like Tia and went about a 22-inch chrome rim and paid for some guy to cut a piece of glass on it.
Listen,
but let me tell you,
y'all.
Let me tell you how I come across that rim. Let me tell you how I come across that rim. That rim was discontinued. Okay, I was getting some brakes put on my husband's truck at this shop in Lakeland, and the rims was discontinued. So I said, "Well, dude, what you gonna do with that rim?" And he said, "You want it?" I thought he was being funny, and I said, "Yeah, I'll take that rim if you gonna give it to me." He said, "Where your truck at or your car?" I say, "That truck, that big dually, put it on the back of that dually." That's how I got that rim.
Ooh. I'm gonna have to get a picture of
Tia may have to start a whole nother business, y'all, of just doing that.
Yeah.
Taking rims and turning them into tables. Because who do you know right now doing that? That was so creative that when I saw it. So guys, if you ain't, because I'm not sure if Shay has it.
I didn't.
Please go to my Facebook page at Derek Forster or Forster Consultants and look at Tia's table, y'all. It's a like a nice coffee table, dining room table, but it's a rim that she took and professionally got a piece of glass cut as a round circle, which went on top of it.
Yep.
And then they put lights inside of it, y'all. Definitely go check that out.
I'm actually pull it. I actually can find it.
Oh,
so give me a second.
Shay's got it. So here it is.
Give me a second.
Give us a second while Shay's putting it up. But again, man, if y'all want to learn how to do this and be like Tia, go from not knowing what this is to not having a walkthrough, case managers and social workers calling your phone, you helping the homeless and the displaced. Guys, it starts from just typing more info. MOREINFO. That's what Tia did. And she texts that to the phone number 407-326-0086. She also got that free ebook that's scrolling below. If you just text the word new to that same phone number. Yeah. So do that. That'll lead to a phone call with me and Shay. And now we talk about when we're going to have your open house. Shay?
Take all your furniture. Don't tell your wife.
Start with your house. All them old cups you got that nobody drink out of, take all of that stuff and give it to people that would be grateful for it. Most of y'all got 55 coffee cups like this one do and only use 2 of them. Shay buy a coffee cup every other week. She buy a water bottle every other month.
Stop it now.
Don't make me take my camera to that cabinet. I can show y'all 50 cups right now, y'all. So guess what's gonna go to my next house? Coffee cups, water bottles, because Shay keep buying them.
So I've been good.
Your old silverware, them old bent up knives that you got that you keep opening the sliding glass door when it's all bent up. Take that to your ILF, y'all.
So this is the table, family. It is
from the top view.
I didn't get a side view, but literally the glass is cut to perfection. And I
put
wish
a
we
number
would have got
7 in the chat if you can see it and you ain't no hater and you like that.
It's nice.
That's very unique, y'all, to take a rim that will go on a tire. Because something else that I saw on TikTok, now I did see this. People that are taking old tires and making stuff like that.
Right. Yeah.
I've never seen somebody take a rim, get the glass cut to the size, Miss Mary, and make it a dadgum table.
Yeah.
I've never seen that.
Yeah, and it
Tia should
lights up.
trademark that.
And it lights up.
And they put strips in the inside, y'all, with the lights. And that
Listen,
was Brandon's
it's,
idea.
it's fancy.
So big shout out again, man, to the Johnson family, Tia, the street, everybody. Big shout out to Tia. And Tia, thank you again for trusting us and Forster Consultants to teach you this model. And Tia, your family now. So Tia can call me, y'all, anytime. That's how the coaching works. She still got sessions with me, but Tia can just pick up that phone up, y'all, and just call me. Hey, Derek, what about this? Derek, what about this? And our job is to guide her 100% of the way.
Can I tell you what I'm excited for, though? Because Tia mentioned conference.
Yep.
Tia, I have started. I got the cold callers ready for our upcoming conference where we are hosting.
Yep.
It's a Forster Consultants production.
Yeah.
But we are hosting a financial wellness conference.
And we want all of you guys to come.
We want everybody.
January 31st.
Everybody, hear me. It is, for those of you that came to the conference was it June?
June.
Don Daniel came and literally dropped the mic. I'm going to let Tia talk about Don Daniel because she was a guest at the conference. Tia, tell them your experience about the pill method. Like, what did Don show you that you can recall that really blew your mind and has you excited to be with us on January 31st to kick off the new year of 2025, talking about how we can make better financial decisions by knowing what we spend for our debt.
Yep.
Has anybody ever asked you that, Tia? How much are you spending on debt?
Nobody
You
knows.
know, they ask you that all the time. But Don put it, oh my God, Don put it till it just blew my mind. You know what I'm saying? Just take a little bit of extra to put it towards the principal and everything. It just blew my mind. And it was so simple.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
When you see it, break it down.
Yeah. So if you are interested in joining us on January 31st, it is a Friday here in Orlando, Florida at the Hotel Landy. I want you to text the word PILL, PILL, to the phone number 256-215-9496. I will put that in the chat. Text the word PILL. So I'm going to type this, Derek.
PILL.
And listen, it is going to be phenomenal. Not only will you be learning how to strategically manage your debt, he is retraining us on how we even look at interest.
Yep.
Right? We're so bound and strung tight when we see that interest rates are 7% for, or whatever it is now when it comes to buying houses. Do you know, Don taught me that you can pay off a home at less interest cost with a higher interest rate?
That's what caught my attention.
Tia,
that's what caught my attention.
Tia,
because
I don't think they
I was totally programmed opposite.
Yeah.
And he'll give the example all the time about how he can do better with an 8% interest rate versus a 3%.
And it'll cost
And when you
less.
hear it, it kind of doesn't make sense because of what we've been trained and what we've been taught over all the years. So again, guys, make sure that January 31st that your calendar is clear to come to this event. The cost is crazy.
Yes.
It's going to be a what you call it, Shay? A 5-star, 3-meal, three course. That's the wording. 3-course meal. So if you know anything about us and how we throw events, we don't believe in box lunches and Capri Suns.
We sure
You
don't.
guys get plated lunch. This is going to be no different. So again, the cost of this event is crazy, and the food is going to be absolutely crazy, and the information is going to change your life. And again, if enough people want it, we may speak as well. You just never know. So we're going to be there.
To you all as well.
He's also going to show people how you can combine the two.
Correct.
The ILF life with this skill set that he's going to teach you guys on the financial side of how you can scale faster and also pay off and refi faster as well if that's something that you want to do.
Yeah, we had a meeting, Tia, and he gave me some taglines that blew my socks off. And one of them was, again, how much are you paying for your debt? Like,
Yeah.
what does your debt cost you? And I
Yeah.
was like, I don't know. And most people don't. And I think that is one of the things I want people, like, we all want to be entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
We all want to be business owners. We all look for those extra streams of income.
Yeah.
Well, what good is having the extra stream of income, family, when we don't even know what our debt is costing us on a regular
I don't know
basis?
where to allocate it.
How do we reallocate the extra streams to help us pay off those debts, to help us prepare and position ourselves for legacy?
Yeah.
And that is the biggest reason why I was when I was asked to do this event and coordinate this event. I was nervous, but I was like, you know what? This is so much bigger than a financial conference. This is literally reprogramming mindsets.
It
Helping
is.
us really get into a space to truly calculate and account for every dollar that we spend and utilize it to get us out of those debts in as little as you can pay off your mortgage with his program in as little as 7 to 9 years. Can you imagine? And pay less. Like he always tells me, interest, what you pay in interest is not, you're not required to pay it. It's a choice. You choose to pay it because of the way we make our payments. So think of that.
And definitely go check out The Pill Method if you guys want to just see more on it in terms of how he breaks it down, because trust me, we do it no gist. When you hear him talk about it, boy, it'll blow your mind. So it's a family thing. So all you all that are looking for family legacy, generational wealth, guys, remember, January will be here before you know it. And that's when a lot of people make financial decisions and change and better things. So tap into The Pill Method, PILL, not birth control, but The Pill Method. And you'll see Don Daniel. Check him out. He goes live 3 or 4 times a week.
He's doing Wednesday mornings.
Him and I do a room on Sunday morning together. That's not our room, but we're both in it. So there's a lot that he does, even on Sundays, I think, at 10 a.m. on YouTube, Clubhouse. But definitely follow The Pill Method. That's Don Daniel's thing that he goes by. Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. So what we want to do right here is we want to bring it to a close. But we want to probably take one more commercial break, and we want to come back and give it to Miss Tia to just be an encouragement for anybody that may be listening or sitting on the fence. And I'm going to ask Tia one question before we go, because Tia, I get this question all the time, Tia. Sometimes people think that they're too old, Tia, to get started. Now, Tia, don't say your age and all of that. But Tia, I got one question. Tia, are you over the age of 50?
Yes, I am.
Perfect. We'll leave it just like that. So what I mean by that is this. I don't care if you're 50, 60, or 75. If God has put this on your heart to do it, first of all, he going to help you. Second of all, Forster Consultants, Shay and I and our team are going to help you. And then the community that you'll be encompassed by, surrounded by, we're going to help you. So that's what I'm excited about. So again, guys, if you love God, love people, and love real estate, this is it. If you try to open up a group home or an ALF, but it just took too much license, too much time, too much money, this is the cheat code to get into it, Shay. And this is called the independent living facility model, where adults are able to live and thrive without the need for staff and or medical oversight. So as soon as we come back, we're going to let Tia bless us, because I don't see any questions, Shay.
I think they
so
just
I don't want to add anything extra to this. I just want this to be a full-blown video. So even when people see this as a replay, they'll only see the interview and not us packing more stuff on it. So let's take a break real quick, and we'll be right back.
If you've ever imagined of starting your own housing program, there is no reason that after we're done here tonight that you shouldn't go to forstonconsultants.com/webinars and watch the webinar, guys, because a lot of you have wanted to start a group home or traditional assisted living facility, but that stuff takes license. It takes a lot of time to open. There's a lot of red tape to jump through. You have to ask for permission. We teach you guys how to open an ILF, an independent living facility, where you can house the homeless, displaced adults, or anybody that has a guaranteed income, and it doesn't require a license, and you don't have to own the property. Make sure you watch that free webinar at forstonconsultants.com/webinars, and then set up a free strategy call so that me and my team can get you started. Let's get back to the show.
We're back.
All right, we are back. So, Miss Tia, I'm gonna leave it with you. This has been absolute beautiful. We appreciate you allowing us to grill you like this and ask you so
Yes.
many questions.
It's my pleasure. It's my pleasure. I
Thank
love
you.
it.
Yeah, and we laugh and we joke and we play all the time, but I want to be serious for 2 seconds. I truly believe that this is going to help somebody, somebody that's sitting on the
Yeah.
sideline, or somebody that think that maybe they're too old, or well, I got a job, I got a husband, I got a family. Well, Tia's got all that stuff too. And that's why, Tia, I highlighted and asked you all of that stuff. Tia, do you have a family? Do you have a husband? Do you
Yeah.
have children? Do you have a job? Do you have a business? Are you involved in your community? Are you helping? Like, Tia, you ain't lazy.
Yeah.
Tia drive a tractor, y'all. Like, she do
And
a lot of stuff,
motorcycle.
and a motorcycle.
Just saying.
So, and if Tia allow me, I'm gonna post that stuff next time. But anyway, Tia, I just wanted people to hear that you're not lazy. You're involved in a lot, but you didn't let that be an excuse or a crutch.
Correct.
And you still moved at the speed of instruction, and you did what God put in your heart. So thank you for allowing us and trusting us with your vision. Now, Tia, you can take 5 seconds or you can take 5 minutes. Just be an encouragement to anybody that's listening about never giving up. Don't quit, and do what God has called you to do in your own words.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm not saying it was easy, because it was not easy. Because it was a many nights. Me and my family, we stayed up all night trying to renovate, trying to paint, trying to do this, trying to do that. Then go on my job, work 10 and 12 hours. It's not easy. And seemed like anytime you trying to do something for the people and for God, something always come up. But when you make up in your mind that you know God got your back and you know you're going to make it through, all you got to do is keep pushing and never give up.
Yes. That's it. You can't
Good
give up.
stuff. Don't give up. So,
Never
Tia, thank you
give
so
up.
much. I'm going to let Shay close it after that. Guys, thank y'all so much again for joining us tonight. We hope that, again, this was enlightening to you, because most of the time y'all just hear me running my big mouth. But how great is it that you can see somebody that's actually what we'll call proof in the pudding, somebody that put their hands to the plow and they're now doing it. So, again, thank you all for tuning in. You guys got a lot of choices of where you could be, but y'all chose to be here with us, and we super appreciate that. I'm going to let Shay give a salutation and close us out. But you guys be great. Don't wait to be great. And join us tomorrow as Shay talks about digital flow solutions and the new virtual assistant service that we've been offering a lot of people that's catching fire right now.
It is.
Tia, in fact, needed. We're going to talk to her about it
Yeah,
too.
I'm gonna call you after this, Tia.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
honestly, family, it has been an amazing night, Tia. We want to thank you for
Yeah,
spending
for sure,
time
Tia.
with
Thank you
us.
so
I know
much.
Troy's in the chat going bananas right now. The whole the whole family's just been in the chat going
Hopefully
wild.
Tia can see that stuff.
I want to tell Angela, I want to tell everybody hello. And I just love them all.
Listen,
Somebody said it's finally good to put a face with the popular
Right.
name Tia.
Yep.
And that's what I
Yeah.
mean, Tia. It's one thing for people to hear us talk about it and say your name, but now people can put a face to the lady who we've been talking about. I love that.
I love it. So again, it's again a pleasure, and this is what we do, family.
Yeah.
The reason why we're kind of switching up the way we do our live streams is because we want you to see that it's not just the young or the older or whomever. What it's not just white, it's not just black. We cover a whole plethora of individuals that we teach and train this model to. Our youngest consulting client, I think, is 18, 19. Young lady out of Gary, Indiana. And honestly, you just got to realize that if God gives you something, run with it, right?
Yes.
There are so many people that will be homeless without your yes. God has assigned people for you to help, to be the hands and feet of. And if you do not do what God has called you to do, you are leaving those individuals homeless and hopeless. And so again, I just want to encourage each and every person underneath the sound of our voice. You don't have to do it alone. Forston Consultants is here to help you walk through this process. We love what we do, and we would love to make you a part of our family. So again, be here tomorrow where Angela is going to be my co-host, and we are going to talk. Oh, we're going to get real techie. So if y'all ain't techie, I'm sorry, but I am going to show you how we do the behind the scenes of our businesses. How can Tia work and still have a lucrative business?
Exactly.
How can Angela
How does that
work?
system work for her while she's
Right.
at work?
Exactly.
And the virtual assistant service,
Exactly.
maybe. So I
So
love it.
we're here tomorrow and we're going to discuss the back end of what we do, the software, the systems, the virtual assistants, the AI components that are in our software
Yeah.
and systems that help you to strategically have your job or your business running while you are on the job. So that is something that I'm excited about. So be here tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern.
Absolutely.
Go ahead, click the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell. So that way, anytime we do a
You'll never
live,
miss it.
you'll never miss it.
And also, just real quick too, Tia, there's a lot of social workers that will chime into this. Tia, tell the people again where you're located, and how can they contact you, whether that's phone number or website or social media. So just give everything in terms of your business and how can people do business with you.
I am located in Haines City, Florida. My business is Reaching for Success Solutions. They can look it up on my web, and they can also call me at 863-900-9156.
And the website again is what again?
It's rfs/solutions.com.
One more time, just for the people in the back.
Okay. rfs/solutions.com.
Bang.
All right.
Perfect. So as you guys hear, Tia's got an internet presence. She's got a phone number. And again, lucky for her, all of that came with her coaching. She didn't have to get that stuff separately. And that's what Shay's going to be telling y'all about tomorrow.
Yes.
Our coaching could be great, but what if you still need the CRM,
systems,
the software, the website?
the phone number.
We build all of that into your package. So Shay, thank you again for co-hosting. We appreciate it. Close us out here, baby.
Father, in the name of Jesus, we thank you so much for this time. And Father, today I pray that each and every individual, Lord, that gets to hear this stream is encouraged.
Amen.
Not only encouraged, but Father, that you would breathe new life. Let them be under construction as you've made Tia under construction to do what you've called for her to do. And Father, right now we pray for Tia and Reaching for Success Solutions, Lord, Father God, that you would continue to breathe on it, Lord, Father God, that your mighty Ruah, Lord, Father God, will cause an influx and just a chain reaction in the Polk County area, Lord, Father God, for good, affordable, safe living. And Father, I just thank you right now, oh God, that you would continue to just bless her household, bless her family, Lord, Father God, in every endeavor. And Father, we again just thank you for this opportunity, Lord, to come before you, oh God, and before your people to share what you've so freely given us. Father, I thank you that each and every person, those that don't even buy a coaching package, is not even about that, but they've taken this information and have freely run with it and have done great things to glorify and edify you. Father, we pray that their programs be blessed. We pray that every resident, Lord, Father God, have a God encounter like never before, and that their lives are ever changed, ever set free. Let them be delivered, Lord, Father God, from the things that so easily beset them. So, Father, we just thank you now for, again, being with us, being in the midst. I pray for each and every person that are watching the live stream and those that will watch the replay. And Father, that you would just, again, give them fire, give them that hunger, that thirst to do what you've called for them to do. And let them, Lord, Father God, not fall weary in well-doing. And we'll be sure to give you all the glory, all the honor, and all the praise. And it's in Jesus'
now unto
name.
him
Oh, my bad.
that is able to do exceedingly abundantly above all we could ever ask or think, according to God's power that worketh in us. You guys be great. Don't wait to be great. And we'll see you tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern.
Thank
Amen.
you.
Have a
Amen.
good one. T, I'm going to call you.
Okay.
And somebody's just going to stand here and dance. Have a good night, everybody.
You guys be great.
Blessed.